I wish he would have stayed home, away from this cruel world that we live in. Dear readers, children shouldn't roam this world alone, but we can't keep them in their nest forever. My son left his room one night to the enchanted chirping outside his window, and I knew what this was, but only from my years of studying this creature. You see, there is a monster that wanders around the globe, preying on innocent children, watching, waiting. I remember fondly. It was September 15th, 1983. That was the year my wife and I escaped the busy world of New York to live our lives in the country. North Dakota. We lived happily there for several years until I discovered my one true love, studying the seed eater. The seed eater is a disturbed bird-human creature that roams the forest, stalking children, abducting them to be part of the legend. On June 19th, 1987, I saw it sitting in my tree on the front lawn. I was in a daze when I saw it, my destiny beckoning me to it. It said, "Follow it, love it, learn it." Around the same time, 2 weeks later, I awoke to a strange tapping noise on my front window. I knew it was him. I ran out of the house to see it sitting in the tree, just staring into my eyes. I was about to cry from the majesty of it. I remember it telling me it wanted my help. I would do anything for it. On April 3rd, 1988, the seed eater arrived at my window again. I was overjoyed. It said it was time. And I remember, you see, the seed eater devours children to keep itself alive, indulging in their youth to live forever. I remember the little boy. What was his name? Oh, I suppose it doesn't matter. I remember going to his house and just knocking on the door at about 4:30 a.m., but nobody would answer. I saw the bay window. It was the boy's room. I went to tell the seed eater, let's just call him S.E. from now on. He told me how he could get his attention the next day. A couple of weeks went by, and the stretch of the flesh was getting disgusting. Where was the S.E.? The parents of the boy put up a lost poster last week. I wonder why they didn't worry for the first 2 weeks. Oh well, I wasn't concerned. On May 14th, 1988, the boy was nothing but bloated, rotting flesh, and the S.E. was nowhere to be found. I guessed my services were no longer needed. May 15th, 1988, he came again. He took the body and requested another. May 16th, 88, 6 kids killed, 6 kids devoured, 6 more requested. May 18th, 1988, how ever losing people makes me wonder. The killer monster, seed eater, came tonight. He said kids weren't doing the trick anymore. He wanted something bigger. If you're reading this, you may be the only hope to finding out the truth of this thing. In my room, there is a journal. On page 49, you'll discover how to take the life out of this monster. But he's had me under a tight death grip. I couldn't do it. But maybe you'll have the strength. More strength than me, at least. Goodbye, everyone. I hope being eaten is what I brought on to myself. Well, as you know, as children, we imagine scary creatures that hide under our beds and in our closets. Well, these creatures are real. The monsters were here before you, or whoever lived there before you. This piece of land is their territory, and this house is on that land. So they make themselves comfy. They hide under beds and in closets to simulate the caves they used to live in. Some of these creatures have even become famous through various creepypastas. Some of these include Bob, the Rake, the Seed Eater, Mr. Widemouth, and even the Slender Man. In reality, they are not frightening or even inherently aggressive. They just protect their homes from intruders. They're actually more scared of us than we are of them. Some humans make friends with these creatures. Some are even sent here as young babies disguised as humans. How do I know this? Because I know some people who are. So the next time you check under your bed or in your closet, remember, it's their home. Don't disrespect them. Don't antagonize them. Be respectful of their property. If we're scared of them or think of them as monsters, remember, to them, we are the real monsters. You're still here. Thanks for stopping by. Dr. Plague here. Always a pleasure to see all my new and old viewers coming by for another one of my spooky tales. If you'd like to support the show, you can always take part in one of our channel offers through Fume or Aura. Or you can just click on another video when they come up. I'd really appreciate it. For our newer viewers, we also have lots of playlists and other things if you'd like to get caught up. I know some of my series have been going on for quite a while. If you'd like to get my latest book, there's a link down below that'll take you to my Amazon page. Towesey Homestead just came out, so if that's something you'd like to get your hands on, go ahead and have a look down there. If you'd like a signed copy, you can go ahead and email me from my email address on the site, and I'll get with you about shipping information and ship you a signed copy. If you'd like to support the channel in a more monetary fashion, we also have membership through YouTube, and we've got a Patreon that you can get the information for in the description. We have lots of tiers and everything to suit your needs. Patrons that support on the $10 tier, that's our Ghostly Reader tier, get a book anytime I write one, signed and on their doorstep. As you may have noticed, there's a list of patrons and members on the screen, and I'd like to personally thank every one of them for taking a hand in the future of this channel. Well, that's enough for tonight. Dr. Plague, signing off. Have a wonderful evening.